What's going on, YouTube followers? I am with, welcome, Professor
Thank you.
Shana.
Hey.
Um, I've heard her do poetry, but most recently she's gotten her PhD. Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up. Because some of us ain't going to make it. Anyway,
It's okay. I got it for everybody. I call it the People's PhD.
Is that like the People's Open Mic? No.
Yeah, it's the People's PhD.
That's cool.
Everybody doesn't have the time and like the luck and the space to do it. Like I'm just me, so I don't have a family to take care of, no kids. So I'm like, I got it. Whatever.
I'm in that club too.
Are you?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. It's a beautiful club.
Yeah, it's our PhD. So we got a PhD, me and you.
Oh, okay.
And them.
That's cool. Why'd the sun go away? Oh, nice. So we started our interview already.
Yeah, we did. What were we talking
Tell
about?
me about your thesis you were telling me.
Yeah, well, my dissertation is about, it's the history of domestic worker activism. So when we think about black women domestic workers, right, we're thinking about man-made figures. We're thinking about, like, shuffle-footed, tap dancing, serving mammies. And I know because there are 4 generations of domestic workers in my family, I said, I don't know those women. Who are they, right? Who are the women in my family are radical. And they don't take any like mess off of anybody. So I wanted to know who these women really were, but there's no archive. So I figured out that there are a bunch of like amazing writers, like people like Richard Wright. Like Richard Wright spent 20 years writing about black women workers. 20 years. He interviewed 159 domestic workers for a book that never came out. He wrote about 1,100 pages of a novel that never came out because he just couldn't deal with that. It's a tough subject. So I looked at this history through stories, through fictional stories. Because the fictional women were closer, these women in these novels were closer to the women I knew than everything that we know about domestic workers. So that's my dissertation in a nutshell.
When I have people come on, and you included, I get goosebumps because we underscore the importance of the artist. You talk about
you have no idea.
All this work he did. And
yes.
So we're doing work, and you're doing work, and you're doing work, and we want this instant gratification.
Yeah.
And it's not really about that. It's about doing the work that's in your heart, and maybe somebody else will build on it. Mm-hmm. Maybe you will be able to build on it. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's from the heart. It's intuitive. It's your passion.
Yep.
And you feel it.
Oh, he was obsessed. I think we don't realize, like, being a researcher, you get access to all this stuff. So we never think about drafts. All writers have drafts, and they keep them. So if you go to the Schomburg right now, you can see any of the most famous black writers or writers in general that you could think of. The drafts of their work is in there. So for a book that's 150 pages, I'm talking, like, research notes, drawing, sketching. If you think about all the work that goes into only the 150 pages that you got.
I know. I'm a writer too.
You're a writer, so you know.
And they didn't have computers back then.
Nope. I'm talking 1,000 pages of drafts typed on a typewriter.
I forgot. What do you push it? I forgot how the typewriter works. So you pushed it.
It does it on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is actually, he wrote it on a typewriter like this one.
I'll show that to the people.
On an IBM Selectric. This was Ralph Ellison used an IBM Selectric. So it was like.
Oh, that's I Am Invisible?
An IBM, yeah. From
Invisible
Man.
Hot.
Yeah. It's my favorite book.
That's a deep book.
Invisible Man? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I think I understood myself because of that book.
Oh.
That's where I became fixated on.
How could you write like decades ago and people still pick up the book and it's layers and layers and you got to read it a few times and you're like.
Every year.
What?
I read Invisible Man once a year because I think I understood myself as like a black person from that book. I am invisible because people refuse to see me. Is that not like the most incredible piece of writing ever? Just that idea of. So for me as a young person, it was like, why do I feel this way? Oh, it's because people don't see what I see when I look in the mirror.
Just phenomenal.
And that's something that I couldn't get from anywhere else. Like I needed an artist to tell me.
I was saying earlier, I heard your poetry. You go in. Wait, do you remember the poem I talked to you about? The writing poem?
Oh, it was the grammar one.
Yes. Oh, man. I mean, this poem, it's like it like tickle your brain, tickle my mind. I was like, what is she saying? Because what did you do there? You
It was a
changed
poem
stuff
about
around or something?
parts of speech.
Right.
I called it.
Right.
I think it was like dating Shana, like a grammar lesson and a guidebook or something like that. And so
wonderful.
I was thinking about Schoolhouse Rock. You know the Schoolhouse
Right.
Rock songs.
Right.
And so I went through. We think about how we use language, and I think we have all these words for like sex or like flirting or whatever, and it's like, what do they really mean? But when it's a noun, it means this, and it's a verb, it means that.
That was excellent. I hope you do that again.
I should.
And I hope you also do something with that, like on a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do.
I wish I knew an animator. I could do a Schoolhouse Rock video.
That would be tight. Because that's direction I think that people have, such as yourself, to generate revenue streams. Because we're going in a different direction, and it's a different sort of.
Yeah.
You see that line? Like,
oh yeah.
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 I saw James Ellaby start in that direction. Now I'm sure there's other people that have done other things.
Yeah.
All over the nation, but I'm saying in this part for this time, I think that's the direction that we should go.
For sure.
Because we still need revenue, streams of revenue, and we also need to be able to express ourselves as artists.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important because we kind of get even if you're working and you're paying bills, you still kind of get that kind of urge. Like,
I just put it in everything I do.
oh, that's good. That's interesting. Could you tell us how you do that?
Well, I teach.
Oh,
so like I
okay.
teach college students.
Right. So you have a vehicle.
Yeah, and so I bring poets into my class all the time, especially in Newark.
Good.
So
Okay.
I would not be able to teach a history class on Newark without artists. Ever. How can you understand the history of Newark without understanding the Black Arts Movement? Like, how could you do that? And I can tell my students what happened. On this day, this happened. On this day, the riots happened. On this day, this happened. But I can't tell them how people felt unless we listen to music, unless we read poetry, unless we read novels. And I think you don't understand history until you understand how people felt in the moment.
So you're already totally tapped in. When I create a series that says the artist recreates the world,
Absolutely.
you
Over and
live,
over again.
right? You're like intertwined. It's all
Yes.
in.
All of my research is essentially about that. That art is history, and it's theory, and it's practice, and it's all these different things because we don't understand like the impact that culture has. Because its reach is so much farther than everything else. So much farther than everything else. You couldn't, like, James Brown singing like "I'm Black and I'm Proud" is a much farther reach than going to a political meeting or reading a book that you don't feel like you can understand or access. Does that make sense?
Of course.
Right? And so, but that song made you feel something, and it says, something about the way that I think about myself and the world has to change now.
And it never goes away, really.
Nope.
Because the next generation can hear that.
Yep.
And feel that same vibe.
It reaches farther, and legacy lasts longer.
Right. And if we hear it now, we'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
Black and I'm proud.
It's
It's still, yeah. All right, what's
next?
I don't know, we're going to phase out for now. Watch us phase out. We're coming back.